Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Albata. Good morning,
Hi,
good
Leah. Good
evening, good
morning.
afternoon, everyone who's tuning in live. Um, Thank you for joining us. Today, we have a very, very interesting topic to discuss. Some of us are not aware of, but some of us are very, very aware of, but then they don't know how to approach it. So, our topic today is how to stay safe online. Are you really, really safe online? I know internet is a blessing to a lot of us, but some of us are not really sure how to be safe online. And so we thought it's best if we can educate you on how you can stay safe online. I am Leia, IT mom of two amazing children, originally from Kenya and currently in Alberta, Canada. And I have my friend here, Alberta, and she'll introduce herself.
Hi, thank you, Leah. Thank you for having me. Good night, everyone from Melbourne, Australia. Oh, good morning. It's the Islander girl here, and I'm coming to you live from Melbourne, Australia. I am a mom of three handsome boys. I'm a wife as well. I'm a healthcare professional and a proud digital business owner. I am originally from Papua New Guinea, uh, Bougainville to be precise, and I currently live in Melbourne, Australia. So
Thank you,
I am
Alberta.
excited to be here.
Thank you. And Anak is here with us. Yes,
Hi, Anak.
uh, she is safe online. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. Hello, hello to you. Thank you for being safe online. And when we feel like we are safe, we still have to learn new ways because those people who are targeting us are always coming up with new methods. So thank you for tuning in. I hope we provide more information and value to you. Thank you. So, Alberta, okay. Our first point here is make online purchases from secure sites. What do you have to say about this?
Thank you, Leah. I have to say that before you make any purchase online, before you do that, anything, maybe shopping, maybe an online ticket or whatever it is that you're trying to buy, make sure that website that you're purchasing from is a secured website.
Mhm,
As some most times we don't look properly if that's a genuine website. So we must always be careful and do our checks before we do anything, any purchases online.
and why is this important though?
It's it's very important because you can't just share your personal information online, and you're trying to protect yourself,
Mhm,
because you'll be using your bank cards
mhm,
especially.
mhm,
So I really would like to, and educate our followers that before you make a purchase online, you must make sure that you check that the website is secured.
mhm.
Also, the payment details that you're giving out, you're not giving a lot of your personal information, and the most secured payment um, method that you could use is a credit card.
Mhm. Right.
And why? Yeah. And why do I say that is because the banks can actually, they can track the payments. They can also stop whatever it is that is going online if people, if that site you used is um, a secured one or not. And
Yes.
to for you to check the website if it's secured, it has to have a HTTPS. Yeah,
Yes.
Leah, you can elaborate on that.
Yes. So, there are different ways of making website, and there are different reasons why people make such different websites. I know people who value their traffic, people who come to their website, they want them to feel safe and secured. And so they make sure they have the security feature in their website, not only to protect them as business owners, but also to protect their users as their clients, or even if they don't end up being their clients as a general internet user. So the one way of finding out a website is secure is looking at the extension that it starts with, the letters like HTTPS. So the
Yeah,
S after the P shows that it is a secure website, or you can have like a padlock sign on the website if you can't click on the browser. So that
yeah,
shows you the website is secure, meaning the information that is being collected there is going to be used for a good experience, to provide you a better experience, but not to defraud you, to fraud you, or to take any of your information or money or anything that is malicious. So thank you, Alberta, for sharing that. And I hope for those who didn't know that, this will help you now going forward. And that's the beauty about our business. Our websites are secure because we
yeah,
want, not a lot of people know us, and but once you see that, it already builds trust, you know. So we do have the secure website. So if you come to our website and you provide us with your information, and we also don't ask for a lot of information, when you're starting to know us, when you want to watch the webinar, you check it's a secured website.
secured.
I have someone here who's joining us. Thank you so much, Maxi, for joining us. Good
Oh,
morning from Melbourne. Thank you so much.
thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Kaliana.
Mister. Yes. And the other thing is to learn how to spot fake emails and websites. You know, for some reason, people do get a hold of your email address, and you have no idea where exactly they got your address. And so once they get access to your email address, they'll start sending you email. So you have to find out a way of identifying these fake emails. And we've just mentioned how to identify secure website. You need to also learn how to identify fake websites. You know, people who are out there to do malicious things to harm other people. Obviously, they wouldn't want to be identified, and so they try to hide behind their keyboards. You know, so they'll like myself. I make a website with my name. I have nothing to hide. I want to be as authentic and genuine as I can,
Yeah,
to build trust and to help other people. The same to Alberta, but people who are malicious, like you'll see a website and you have no idea what the website is about. You have no idea who it belongs to, just from looking at the link before you click the link. And once you visit the link also, it's just a huge mess, you know. And it happens so far sometimes. If you have your email open and then you click on a link, there's just a way they can pick up your email address even if you didn't right type in your email address, just by simply clicking that link, you know, in your email or on our website. So we need to learn how to spot them. And one of the ways is to check if it's secure, you know,
yeah,
or some website just have numbers and letters and dots, and or even clear words like you're destined for like, I don't know, just uh, like I don't know how to explain it, you know. Some
I'll
words.
share.
Yes, please help me
I'll
out.
share a personal experience, Leah. I
Yes.
I was nearly scammed before with fake emails.
Hmm.
So I was selling my car on eBay a
Yes.
couple of years back. I was
Yes.
selling my car on eBay, and this person um sent me said he was interested to buy my car, and then I said okay, and he did a bid. He bid, and then he said he's gonna pay through his PayPal account. He said
Yes.
he was gonna pay through his PayPal account, and without even thinking, I didn't even check the PayPal. You know, the PayPal he used was not. He copied the first part, and at
Hmm.
the end you can actually see that it wasn't a
Hmm.
real email and a real
Oh
a
my.
website. And I nearly lost my car because
Oh
he said
my.
He said he was an undersea engineer, and he was under the sea in New Zealand, and he can't talk to me on the phone. He
Wow.
can't, and but he'll send a pickup. Uh, what do we call it?
Location.
No, he'll send, because I gave my location
Oh,
when
okay.
he did the payment. He actually
Right.
did the payment, and I could see the payment was sitting on the paper. I mean, there was no payment sitting on my PayPal, and I was thinking, hey, this guy said he did a payment. How come? And then I went back, and he said, okay, the pickup truck will be there to pick up the car now and take it. I want to surprise my son with it. That's what he was saying, and I can't come personally because I'm under I'm still at the mine site under the sea,
Right. Right.
and and then I went, and luckily I checked properly, and I checked the email. He copied parts of PayPal, but
Mm-hmm.
at the end, it was a fake,
Oh
a
my.
copy of what PayPal did. And I was so glad that I rechecked again. And then I told them, no, unfortunately, that's not the right address that I gave before. So
Right.
I had to
Wow.
deliberately tell the
That's
police.
scary.
It's scary.
You know,
Yeah,
your hard earned money to purchase a car, trying to sell it, and then you lose all that.
I know.
That's very scary. Thank you for
It's
sharing
scary.
that.
Very.
And Manuha P, thank you so much for tuning in.
I
Thank
said,
you. Thank you. And you
Ula.
know, yeah. So the other thing also we need to be careful is what we download.
Yeah,
You know, this also comes as a link in our emails or on websites that we visit. And funny enough, it's not um usually the website that we visit that have all this. Even the good website that we visit, they do run advertisements,
yeah,
and people who have fake things, they try and lure us. They target, for example, as a student, if you're doing a research on maybe health conditions, you'll find a very nice educational website, but then on the side we have banners and text and all that, with all these advertisers trying to grab your attention. And or even if you go to a website where you need to download softwares and all that, some downloads are not the best, because once you click that link, whether in your email or on those website, you might lose your information. And not only losing your information, they might even damage your device, for example, your phone,
yeah,
your laptop, your desktop. You can download something and it can corrupt your whole system. So we need to be very, very careful on this. Is there anything you need to add on this?
yeah. If you have a Wi-Fi at home as well, if
Hmm.
you've got a Wi-Fi or internet connection at home, teach your kids, your children, not to download unnecessary games, because they have to. You have to be, protect them as well, and
Right.
always check on what your children are doing. Especially like
Right.
for me, I've got two teenage boys who are always online.
Hmm.
I try to check on them, and we track what they do,
Right.
online, so we know
Right.
what they're downloading as well on
Yeah.
the internet. Yeah. So that's
That's
if you've
very
got
important.
internet at
Mhm.
home. If
Yeah.
you've got internet at home and you've got people, especially your family members or your children, using it for their schoolwork, you need you really need to track what your children are,
Are
uh,
doing
you
online.
know, because at one time, like I can share an experience again with
Hmm.
my son,
Right.
my middle one. He did an email, and he created an email himself, trying to download this game, and then he used my account, and it was did it like, the game that he downloaded. Actually, you have to pay a
Hmm.
subscription, so
Right.
it was like deducting from my account.
Oh, wow.
And then I worked out that, this is not me. So I asked him, I really sat down with him, and he said, I really wanted the game. And you know how Apple, your pay ID
Yeah.
on
Hmm.
Apple, yeah, it
Yeah.
just deducts if they're using your account. So I
Yeah.
was luckily I saw it first, and it wasn't like even if it's a 30 cents or 50
Yeah.
cents, it's still
Yeah.
something they, scammers can actually grab
That's
more if
true.
you, yeah,
They always get into the mind of the people they are targeting.
yeah,
First and foremost, these people have to be very very vulnerable.
definitely,
Like teenagers, even adults, we are vulnerable depending on what we are searching for or what point we are in our lives. And so when it comes to downloading for our phones, we have apps that help us order food online, playing games, learning things, and making our lives easier. And so, like you mentioned about children, you can download apps for them to play on your phones. But
yeah,
then in these apps, if it's not a paid app, they tend to have a lot of advertisements.
yeah,
And so, with just one click, you know,
can
your
lose
child
it,
can share your credit card information with someone else.
yeah.
And so, we really really need to be careful on what we download on our phones, on our laptops, or even on our televisions or any device that we use to access the internet, because this is a gateway for fraudsters to access whatever information they want to get from us. Thank you so much, Arisen, for I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we are happy that we are sharing this information and it's valuable to you. So the next thing that we need to touch on is practicing safe browsing. You know, if you live in a neighborhood and there are criminals right around the corner, or you want to move to a place and there's criminals there, you wouldn't want to go there. The same thing comes to internet. You
Internet,
know,
yeah.
you know very very well these websites are not safe, like get rich quick, or some things are just too good to be true, and
Looks promising. They look
promising,
promising. Say within
very
24
flashy.
hours or
Yes,
48 hours, you will make, you
yes,
know,
yes, and it all
lots of
starts from,
money.
that's true, and it all starts from, if you're browsing in a safe place. For example, you're doing a research, you found a university website which has all the information you need. It starts with those banners, flashing banners, and then you click on that, and then it takes you to another big website, and then after that another one, and it keeps on, you keep on going down the big hole. Okay. And so you need to practice safe browsing so you don't go to those websites. Yeah.
Also, Leah, I wanted to add on, when you're browsing as well, be careful that your Bluetooth is not on. Also, you're not connecting to any other unknown Wi-Fi that's coming up on your phone or
Right.
your laptop, just because you don't have data or internet.
Right.
Um, just and you really desire or really want to access the internet. Just don't click on those Wi-Fi's that are there. They're very unsafe for you.
That's
The
true.
public the public Wi-Fi's especially,
Right.
that is available on your phone, and even your Bluetooth has to be off,
That's
because
true.
yeah, people can actually
Yeah.
use your yeah,
Yeah, speaking of the browsers, we need also to update the antiviruses. Our devices, sometimes we end up picking bad websites and all that, or software malware on our devices. So we need to have an antivirus, but not just any kind of antivirus, an updated antivirus, because things keep on changing. These fraudsters keep on coming with new ways, and so they always update their antiviruses based on the new tactics and tricks that these fraudsters have. So we need to keep our antiviruses up to date, and this one will help us stay safe online. The same applies to our internet browsers, you know. Same thing. They are able to access your information, and they're able to commit fraud online using certain browsers. And if your browser is not updated, you stand to be one of the victims. So yeah, like Alberta had mentioned, um, when you're browsing in public places, you need to keep your privacy setting on. You know, your information is your information, and that's why it's private, and you need to keep it that way. you know Find ways of learning how to keep your information private. um, like when you're using your email accounts on your phones, we tend to always leave them on, but then we don't realize when we visit other websites, we are automatically logged on with our email addresses. And so, yeah, we need to. I'll touch on this one too. It's almost the same thing. Use a secure virtual private network connection. You
Yeah,
know,
I love
if
that.
you're in a public place, make sure the network is private. Because if your network is not private in a public place, someone can access your device, and obviously your device has private information, and they can pick whatever information that they need. you know Same thing to that, private information. Alberta, can you touch on this? Not letting your browser remember your login information.
Yeah, if you're logging into a public computer, example in the library,
Yeah.
or you're using someone else's laptop or desktop, or even if you're at work and you're using your work equipment to log in to check your emails and stuff, never save your login details on that device or that
Mhm.
piece of equipment, because anyone else that comes later we can actually access that information, and
Right.
that's how you lose all your private information, your personal information. So never let the computer, the whatever device you, even the phone,
Mhm.
to remember your password and login details.
Mhm.
So unless you're the owner of that device and you're the only person that uses it, then
Right.
by all means do that. But otherwise, don't do it on public computers like the internet cafe or the public library where you're
Libraries.
browsing through. Never
Yeah.
do that.
Or
Yeah,
even coffee shops or whatever.
coffee
And
shops or
and
your friend's phone
yes,
or your tablet or whatever it
or
is.
even in schools too and colleges. You
Yeah,
know, um, we've mentioned about protecting your private information, and I feel like it's important to mention why we need to protect our private information. We have our banking information, we have our
yeah.
bank accounts and all that. We've worked so hard to earn such money and all those resources that we have. We wouldn't want to just give it away or lose it after working so hard. So that's why it's important to protect your information. On the other hand, also, is that if your private information is exposed, someone can commit identity theft. And identity theft is when someone use your identity to
Pretend.
commit crime.
Hmm.
And that ties into our next point, which is be careful what you post. you know some people post their addresses, their location. It's good to share that with social media, but then again, sometimes people will be just gathering small information from your post, and eventually they can
Put
replicate
it
you.
together.
What do
Yeah.
I mean by that is you can find yourself, someone else being you. Same profile, same name, same address, same photos. And after doing that, they can start reaching out to your family and friends and all that, and maybe asking them for
Pretending to be
money,
you.
pretending to be you. You
Yeah.
wouldn't want that to happen. So be careful what you post. Save your private information. Keep them as private as possible. There's things which are general we can share, and with our family and friends and in social media, that's okay, but some information are just designed to be the way they are, private. and that ties into passwords. You have to create a strong but easy to remember password. Our password gives us access to our private information, but if it's something that someone can easily figure out, then that's not a password really, because someone can easily figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And these passwords that we have, we should never ever
Never,
share with
never
anyone,
share. Never
because
share your
you
password.
might trust someone and share a password for whatever reason that you so choose. But if this person is not as guarded with your password as they would be with their password, then you stand a chance of losing your personal information, or experiencing identity theft.
Yeah.
And in as much as you have your passwords, don't let it be the same password for multiple things,
Yeah.
your Facebook, your Gmail, your Instagram, and not only that, for your laptop, for your desktop, for your phone, for your, you know, make sure you have different password for different devices and always be changing them, right, Alberta?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
And
And
change your
anything.
password,
Mm-hmm,
maybe every 3 months, 6 months,
mm-hmm,
12 months. Always do that, so that you don't keep using the same password and it can be tracked and easily used. So try
right,
to use something, try to use a different password after 3 or 6 months, just to check on whether it is you alone that is logging into your account or someone else's as well. And I find that a lot of people that I talk to online,
mm-hmm,
um, that are inquiring more about our online business,
yes,
they give a lot of their details out, which I would, I always tell them I don't need more of that information. Our business, we only need your email and that's it, because we want to send you more information. We don't need your bank cards. We don't need your address. We don't need your how old you are. All these things, or if you're married or not, we don't need all this, because you're giving way too much information about yourself for the
right,
first time.
right,
Don't do that. Yeah,
right,
you need to be careful, and also don't share your password with another, probably your partner or your children or
right,
your, unless it's very necessary, then
right.
you can do it to your, maybe give it to your husband or wife, but otherwise you need to protect yourself.
I'm glad you've touched on that, giving and sharing passwords and all those personal information. There is a right time and place. Yes, we do provide these informations, even um, in other situations, not only online, but there is a right time and place. If you go to the registry, they need to know your information. If you apply for birth certificate, there's a right time and place for providing this information. And not only time and place, there's the right people to provide this
Moment, yeah,
information.
yeah,
When you are seeing us online, and you liking what we do, and we do get a lot of inquiries, and we don't just ask you for all the information and get your business starting. We need to know, if you're someone who really wants to do the business. You
yeah,
start by providing your name and email. That's all we want. And you're not just giving us that information, you're also giving us the consent to use that information
yeah,
for the specified method that we're going to use it. And that is to provide you a free webinar. you know you start by your information, and then after that you join your community. If we need more information, we'll let you know. When you're ready to start your business, we'll let you know what information we need to make your business customized to yourself. you know don't just watch the webinar, join our community as well. There's always a safe place. And we don't just bombard you with all the information at once, and you don't just bombard us with all your private information, because you're not only putting yourself in a vulnerable position, but also us. We because we don't want your
protect
information
ourselves.
yeah, we don't want all that information because we didn't ask for it at that time. And we tell you, don't please do not provide this information. Not everyone will tell you that. because of the practice, our policies and integrity that we uphold, we will tell you don't provide us with this information. But not everyone you provide that information online will be glad to reject it. So we are rejecting it now on our live video, but just know someone out there will not be willing to reject it, because if they have malicious intention, they'll gladly accept that information and use it to their advantage and your disadvantage. And that brings us to being careful who we meet online.
Yep.
Not everyone who has a Facebook profile is exactly who they say they are.
I know.
One thing that I've found out to be very helpful for myself, when I know I do get a lot of inquiries, so do you, Alberta.
Yeah.
Some people just want to check out what exactly this business is. Some people are like, okay, these are business minded people, they are our target. We can target them and trick them. So you check the Facebook profile, because people always create new Facebook accounts. Someone puts a picture that is not them, and then their Facebook profile is very new, and then they put a very weird date, just so they can have this Facebook account up and running. They don't have a history of posting in their account. They don't have an engagement in their account, because people don't know them. A Facebook account is new and they have just one friend and they're asking you to be their friend request. Chances are you don't know them.
Yeah.
So don't friend them,
Be
because
very
they
careful.
just want access to your account, and then they see what you're posting, and then once they are your friend, Facebook will show them your friends' friends, and then they'll target your friends. You're not only protecting yourself, you're also protecting your
Your
friends, your
friends.
connections on Facebook. So you need to take this responsibility very seriously on being safe online. You might not care if it's just you, or if they trick you, or you feel like you're smart enough not to be tricked. But remember, you're also putting other people in your connections at risk.
And
So,
Leah, I wanted to add on
yes,
as well.
yeah,
If someone starts a conversation with you online, unexpectedly, right?
right,
And especially you don't know this person, the profile looks, too good to be true.
right.
um, it's also like in our online business, we don't do that.
No,
We don't go and look for people and start chatting and start sending them stuff. No,
no.
we don't recruit people. People come to us because they're looking for an online opportunity. So
Mm-hmm,
if you're hearing this now or you're hearing the replay later,
mm-hmm,
never, never just accept people who start an unexpected online chat with you, or
mm-hmm,
messenger send you an unexpected messenger, and then you start getting excited by it. Just
mm-hmm,
look careful and think carefully before you reply, because if someone is starting a conversation and the profile looks good to be true, you have to think, why is this person messaging me in the
right,
first place, and how does he know me?
right,
And you ask the person, why are you messaging me? Not
right,
just start a conversation straight, and then that's how people get tied up on it, and then you know they get on to start you know getting really comfortable with it and start giving out their personal information. So you
right,
have to be really careful. I've watched a lot of ladies that have been targeted, especially women
right,
that have been targeted, single moms, especially even widows, because people, the, the people who are after negative stuff, they
right,
look at you and they watch you, and then they say, oh, okay, she is a widow. Let me start, a sweet conversation with her,
right,
and that's not. You have to think twice
right,
before you converse with this person. For me, what I do, I block straight away. I
right,
don't I don't entertain this, especially if someone is starting a conversation with me, and I go back and I ask, especially when they're asking, are you where are you located?
right,
And then I ask back, why do you need to know?
mm-hmm,
Like, and why are you here at the beginning? I
right,
asked, and then they start, oh, do you know about this uh, business that can give you this within 24 hours, I go block straight away because I
Right.
know that that's a totally,
Scam.
yeah,
Yes, so you've touched on a very, very good point. People who just start random conversations and we didn't even ask them for that and we don't even know them. And the other thing also is vulnerability. We did mention this previously. I like how
yeah,
you mentioned if you're single, we all have our struggles and challenges in life, and the only way these challenges can be solved is by our needs being met. If
yeah,
you are single, you'd want companionship. If you are broke, you want money, right? And
yeah,
so people try and present themselves as a solution to your problems. And at that time, for some reason, our minds are usually not thinking straight, you know, and they try to play with our needs and our struggles. For, like Alberta has said, they tell you you can make this much money this short period of time because you're in need of money. You feel like, okay, this is it. Our business, our practices, we are not promising you to make $1 billion overnight. Our business has a potential of making a lot of money, but there's work into it. And we do say we have a proven system. Why? Because a lot of people have already done it. So that's the proof. And that's why we say it's a proven system,
yeah,
you know, and most of the work has been done for you. What are the most of the work that has already been done for you? Websites. Do you know how long it can take you to make a website? And a really good website, not just something that stays online, something that converts, you know, and customer service is taking care of you. Dealing with just one customer can take you hours, and if you are to deal with a lot of people, it will take you days and weeks. But if you have a system which is dealing with 10 or 20 or even more clients in a day for you, that's freeing up your time to do other things, you know and
definitely.
so and so our business is doable. Why? We have a training that you can follow, and not only a training, you have real life testimonials, people who have gone through it and succeeded, and they can show you the exact same thing that you can do. Some people achieve their dreams in a short period of time. Some people take quite some time because everyone's journey is different. But
Yeah,
one thing we all have in common is our goal, our why. And our end goal is not just making that money. The money is a means to our goal. For example, if I have enough funds to take care of my bill this month, I wouldn't have, and next month, I wouldn't have to spend time trading my time with money. I can be volunteering more. That can be my why. I can be taking care of my kids more. You know, and that brings us to avoiding fraud and tricks and cons online. People who promise things you know that are effortless but very rewarding. That just raises red flag. For us, our opportunity is it's a very good opportunity. It's a life-changing opportunity. But in as much as we say this, we also add the fact that you have to put hard work and effort into it. But the best thing is that automation is there to make it slightly easier for you, and that's why we love this business. So, Alberta, I think we've touched a lot and there's more to share. And some of these things are just reminders. And for those who didn't know about this, feel free to go through this video again, share it with friends. You know, we have very, very valuable information that we've shared here, because some people end up falling victims, and after being victimized or being victims, they decide not to try anything online. But guess what? You were a victim, and the person who targeted you is thriving with whatever gains they got, and you're still mourning. In as much as we've been victims online, there is better opportunities there, genuine opportunities there that can change your life. And you know what? You were a victim once, but now if you start over again, you're smarter, you're wiser, and you can help even more people other than just shutting yourself down. So if you've been looking for ways of earning online, Reach out to Alberta. Her website is there. She needs to put her website there. My website is there. You
Okay.
know, she's amazing, and I feel like if you're in touch with her, if you're from PNG, and in fact, you're not limited to only Papua New Guinea or Australia. Anywhere in the world, you can reach out to her. You know, reach out to me. We work as partners. When I see Alberta succeed, I feel good because I know it's possible and it's doable. And when I succeed, she's right there behind me, cheering me on.
Yay.
And you know what? If we can do it and many others can do it, we are right now 126,000 in our community and we are growing. Don't be left behind.
I
You
know.
can do it too. Will guide you. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't do this. Even me, Alberta was the one who told me you can do this. You can show yourself. And I love talking to people. Alberta the same. You never know what potential. Like studies have shown that we only use 5% of our potential. We feel like we've done a lot with ourselves, but then there's still a lot of potential that we need to tap in. Once we start, it becomes easier and comfortable. Anything you need to add, Alberta?
Me, yes, I would say, coming to the end of this, you've
Hmm.
got some tips now on how to look after yourself online and be safe, play it safe online.
Hmm.
In our online business, we are more than safe. All your
Hmm.
information will be protected. We have rules and guidelines and policies that guide us in our business.
Hmm.
And so we are more aware of, things online, on, how to protect our business, how to protect our business partners information as well, and also you as well as
Yes.
an interested lead or interested person that is coming on board. So we wouldn't be asking for your bank details. No,
Hmm.
we don't ask for those things. We only get your name and your email so we can register it on our website, which is on the front of the screen there. So then you can go and get free information, and also you can go and attend our free webinar, which is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Melbourne
Right.
time. It's 5 p.m. Canada time. Yeah.
Right. Today. Yes.
Um, but
Hmm.
today, yeah. So go
Hmm.
and watch that. Learn from. Sorry, Leah, you can go ahead.
Yes, I like what you said. We have guidelines and procedures, and I like that because people who get to learn about our guidelines are people who are in our community. After watching that webinar, make sure you join our community, and we like setting up a schedule so you can talk to us,
Yeah,
and this webinar, we have a lot of people watching, and we can just sit with all of you and answer your questions one at once. We like having a one-on-one conversation, and once you watch the webinar, join our community and book your time. And that's the thing. You have your own specified time, and this is just after the webinar, after joining a community. So just make sure after watching the free workshop, you join our community and set your time where you can ask all the questions that you want. We will reveal everything. In fact, we even tell you our business practices, and a lot of people, this is just proprietary information and they can't even share that. Can you imagine that? Just so you can know what you're getting yourself into. Webinar is just an introduction. Everything happens when you're in our community, because
yeah.
then we know you are really, really passionate about changing your life and creating a better future for yourself and your family and generations to come. All this happens once you're in our community. And if you're in a community, find Alberta on Facebook. um Connect with her on
Find Leah
Facebook.
on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yes, yes, find me too on Facebook.
Find her on
You
LinkedIn. Find her
Find
on
me on
YouTube
LinkedIn,
as
find me
well.
on YouTube. Social media is just amazing. This is free information we're giving you. There's even much more valuable information in our community. The webinar is just the basic, and you don't want to be in the crowd. You want to stand out because your dream is unique to you. Only in our community. Join our community. Would love to see you there, one on one. Yes. Oh, sorry. So the steps are this. Steps of, and there's a typo here. I need to fix this. Steps on. So you need to know the steps. We've talked a lot, but we like putting this in a nutshell. Step one on how to start your digital business. And it's not just a digital business that makes you earn income while you're doing other things. And you cannot get this one anywhere. This is our only business. It has been patented. We are the only ones who do this. And that's why our community is growing very fast, because people get in and they're like, oh, I need to tell everyone about this. And they get in and I need to tell everyone about this. So it's only special to people who are in our community, not only the ones who watch the webinar. If you've watched the webinar, jump into our community as well. Free webinar, of course, that's for everyone. And then our global private community, our safe place, and then get your business set up and running. And you know what that means? This means that you're open to start
to,
generating revenue.
to
Yes, the whole world is your clientele. Can you process 7 billion clients? No, you cannot.
no,
But
I
that's the
I
beauty.
still get, I still find time to process all these information
Hmm.
enquiries that are coming through, man.
Hmm.
How many people are on social media? So,
Hmm.
hey, you too can succeed with it. If I can succeed,
I
Leah
I
can
cannot reach
succeed.
all of them. I
Anyone can succeed with social
Anyone can see
media.
it. This is for
You don't depend
everyone.
on family and friends for this. So,
And another test to
start
know
your
that you're
own.
qualified. Another test to know that you're qualified to earn online or to start a digital business, you're watching us. It means you logged in and you know how to find us. So it means you know how to use social media. You're a perfect candidate. And also we want more in life.
Yeah,
What's funny? It
nothing.
Don't wake your kids up. I know it's nighttime, they're asleep.
Ayo, okay. I have to calm down. My staff will wake up. Anyway,
Anyway,
that was
we
a
are
good
a
laugh. Thank you
we
so much,
you're
Leah.
welcome. We are amazing community. Let me show you our websites again. We'll really, really love to work with you. Join us in our community, find us. Thank you so much. That's all we have for today. And we have so much more to share in our community, only in our
Yay!
community.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you. That's all for today, our viewers, and for those who are tuning in live. I hope
Thank you.
this presentation added value in your lives. Thank you so much, and God bless you.